Hello, good friends. It's Gordon Turnbull here at John Knox Presbyterian Church. I'd like to share with you another of these wonderful worship refrains that we have in the Psalms. And this one is at the beginning of Psalm 106 and Psalm 107. It's in the midst of Psalm 118, and it's found throughout Psalm 136. You know this, I'm sure. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever. I imagine the people of God in worship in the temple in one of those great festivals, and the priest or another worship leader offering that invitation to the people. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. It's a call, right? And the response I imagine of all of the people assembled, aloud and joyful, is his steadfast love endures forever. It became such an important insight in the life of God's people from generation to generation that it became a habit in their worship. And the fact of that habit is attested by the frequency that we see it in the Psalms. It's a beautiful truth to claim that God is good and that God's steadfast love endures forever. Israel knew this out of its own experience with God. God had brought them out of bondage and into freedom. God had sustained them as they had moved into the promised land. God had seen them through good times and bad times, through feast and through famine. And God had blessed them, whether their kings were good kings or bad kings. God never changed. That's how God is. We change. We are very fickle. We're hot and cold, on and off in our faithfulness and our obedience. But God does not respond to us in kind. Rather, God meets our fickleness with steadfastness. God never changes. The steadfast love of God is the same. It endures forever. That covenantal confidence that we have that God has chosen to be in relationship with us, has taken the almighty power and chosen to channel it into loving care and relationship with us. Well, that's a beautiful gift to claim. It means that we don't have to be afraid of God. It means that we don't have to ascribe evil unto God. We don't have to appease God. We can rather seek to align our lives with the will of God, seek God's forgiveness when we fail to do that, and depend upon the mercy that God always is offering us. See, God is good, and the steadfast love of the Lord endures forever. I hope that today is a day in which you can claim that, not just hear the words, but claim it in your heart. Maybe to repeat the call and response, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his steadfast love endures forever. Maybe to do that today until you start to feel it and know it. And man, can you think about what it would be like if every day we knew how good God is and that God's steadfast love endures forever. That's what will be at the end of time. At the end of your life and mine, there will be that steadfast love of the Lord for us and for our world. The sooner we catch that vision, the sooner we're able to live into it joyfully and adventurously as agents of that same love. I hope today is a day in which you know the steadfast love of the Lord. Have a wonderful day in God's service.